Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Imani Payne. How can you protect your money when hiring a contractor? 6 News has seen many home improvement projects go wrong over the years. Now our very own Andrew Moore is working to help you spot bad contractors before you pay them and even get your money back if needed. Andrew.
Imani, we've covered many stories about contractor issues in the past, and while we always suggest you do your own research before hiring a contractor, some of these guys are smooth talkers and make a good first impression. So now, with help of a local attorney, I'm going to tell you exactly what questions to ask to weed out the bad ones right away. So question 1, ask them what their contracts look like. If the best they can do is a one-sheet invoice, be wary, this may not count as a full contract in court. Question 2, ask if you can talk about the job at their place of business, even if they use their home. The key here, you want to be able to track them down later if you have to. Question 3, ask if a trusted friend or family member can look over the contract with you before you sign. If they're trying to con you, they will not want someone looking over their shoulder. And question 4, ask them for a payment plan written in the contract where you don't pay the last 50% of the cost until the job is done. Contract attorney Paul Sandiford says reputable contractors should have no problem with that request.
It will be a bit of a tell if engaging a contractor and they recoil from those very reasonable type of payment terms.
But what if you've already paid the contractor and they haven't followed through on their end? Is there any way to get your money back? Well, turns out there might be. Turn into 6 News tonight after the game to find out how. Imani?
All right, thanks, Andrew. If you travel through Killeen, there is a road closure you'll want to know about. Jasper Drive from Florence Road to South 2nd Street will be closed Monday through Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. The closure is for the installation on a new water main that requires entering the roadway to complete. The lane will be reopened to traffic after work hours. Well, it's time now for a first check of our weather. Meteorologist Bill Hecky is standing by with the details. Hey, Bill.
Hello, Imani, and hello to you. It was a very nice day today. The cool start this morning, temperatures got up. There was some cirrus near us. We had some condensation trails, but other than that, a great day. We're 68 at Waco right now. The winds are 9 miles per hour. They've not been that strong. It's 69 Temple, 12-mile-an-hour wind, and we're going to just cool down fairly rapidly tonight. We've got open skies and light winds and southerly winds, and we'll have your forecast in a short while. Imani.
All right, thanks, Bill. Thousands of families have food to feed their loved ones tonight and throughout the Thanksgiving holiday, thanks to a Killeen church. Destiny World Outreach Center held their annual Feed the 5,000 event this weekend. Thousands of cars lined up for the drive-through food bank. The church had 13 trailers full of food, enough to feed 20,000 people. Those who received the help say they are thankful and that it's one less thing they'll have to worry about this holiday season. Having special needs can come with its challenges, but a local gymnastics gym is doing their part to make sure everyone feels accepted. Heart of Texas Gymnastics teamed up with Belton ISD to provide free gymnastic classes to young adults with special needs. The classes are held twice a week. The young adults learn how to flip and jump, but also build friendships and important life skills. The gym coach says it's important everyone is treated equally, special needs or not.
Everybody needs to be treated the same. Everybody needs to have the same opportunities as everyone else. There shouldn't be any type of exclusion just because someone's different.
We'll have more on the push for inclusion and normalizing special needs, not just here in Central Texas, but around the country, and the full report coming up tonight after the game. It's one boy's emotional reaction to seeing the world in living color that's inspiring America. Jonathan is extremely colorblind, and until this very moment, the 12-year-old had never been able to imagine just how vivid even a classroom could be. As Jonathan puts on the special high-tech glasses, you can see it there, he just burst into tears of joy. The glasses were given to Jonathan to try out by his principal, who, get this, is also colorblind, making for the surprise of a lifetime. After trying them out in his classroom, Jonathan said he can't wait to get a look outside. A California's sixth grader got quite a surprise when his military mother showed up at his school for a special holiday reunion. Darsheen Smith is in the Navy. She's been deployed for the past 8 months on the USS Boxer. Her 11-year-old son Xavier thought for sure she would miss this year's Thanksgiving luncheon at his school, but on Thursday the Navy sailor showed up at Lincoln Acres Elementary and surprised her son. It was an emotional reunion that brought First Class Petty Officer Smith and 11-year-old Xavier to tears. Now to some good news tonight about miracles coming in the mail. People across the country are getting letters telling them their crippling medical debt has been wiped clean, and it's all thanks to some guardian angels. NBC's Jose Diaz reports.
For single mother Kyra Taylor, Sundays are filled with family and church fellowship. But this Sunday is unique. She's meeting a new church family, a family that's changed her life. Kyra has suffered from diabetes since she was 10. The cost of multiple medications, coupled with kidney disease and no health insurance, left her drowning in debt.
At the time, I was not able to work. I was too sick.
Stressed by her sickness and the constant hounding from bill collectors, Kyra filed for bankruptcy until divine intervention.
When I got the letter in the mail, first I thought it was a joke.
That letter from RIP Medical Debt said Kyra's debt had been canceled and abolished, courtesy of a nearby church named Vineyard Church. RIP Medical Debt is a nonprofit that forgives medical debt based on donations. It finds the neediest individuals and buys their bundled debt at a discount. In 2019, almost 100 of those donations have been faith-based, relieving around a total of $227 million worth of medical debt. This past Easter, Vineyard Church of Ann Arbor and Pastor Donnell Weich were looking for a way to donate their offering back to the community.
So we raised over $18,000 in order for us to purchase $2.9 million in past due medical debt.
Recipients are anonymous, but today, Kyra wanted to make herself known.
You guys stepped in, and I want to say thank you. I don't want to cry, but I can pay my car note, my car insurance, my bills, my rent. I can take care of my son.
We care about those who are being oppressed, and medical debt is oppression.
The future looks bright for Kyra. Last year, she received a new kidney and pancreas. She no longer has diabetes. She credits her son and her family for inspiring her to keep going.
I've never thought that I would even meet the pastor or the church. This is a big miracle, because not a lot of people expect something like this to happen, especially to me.
Still to come, the aftermath of a shocking chase caught on camera. Plus, new allegations surface against R. Kelly from one of his biggest supporters. Stick with us. Welcome back. A scary scene of a drunk driver in Houston who led police on a chase and nearly wiped out a nearby family. Larry Seward has the video.
It is wild video. A landscaper towing his mower, crashing through yards near Cinco Ranch, and its impact.
I think about it all day, ever since it happened, every single day.
Changed David Carlberg's family, almost tragically.
They had left 2 minutes earlier. He was coming too fast. There's no way they could have gotten out of the way. He said it's a form of miracle that nobody was hurt.
His wife and 4-year-old were close, steps away, about to get in their new Kia Optima EX, the first car Mrs. Carlberg loved, when David held them up with questions.
And while we were talking, she had the keys in her hand. It just sounded like stuff was falling off a large entertainment center upstairs, but then it just kept continuing louder and louder and louder. I thought the roof was caving in, it was so loud.
This truck's driver, drunk according to Fort Bend County Precinct 3 deputies, hopped a curb, blew out tires, but hauled enough speed to total that Kia in David's driveway, and still kept going.
He did the Dukes of Hazzard jump over, knocked crepe myrtles down.
It toppled trees, cracked a porch pillar, and would have done more damage if the driver didn't wrap his trailer around a tree. With DUI charges pending against the guy at the wheel, Carlberg's family of 8 is down a car.
I think to myself, is what if?
But full of thanks, things are not worse.
A woman is in shock tonight after allegedly seeing someone butcher a deer in the middle of her nail salon. It happened at Diamond Nails in North Carolina. High Point University student Morgan Taylor was getting a mani-pedi for her sister's wedding when it happened. Taylor says she looked over and saw a woman pull a deer carcass out of a cooler and start cutting it on a tarp on the floor of the salon. She says there were other clients and employees there at the time who didn't seem to mind, but she did.
Make sure you're aware of what's around you, and if you see something gross, say something, like report it, because if this is happening here, it's probably happening elsewhere.
A woman inside the salon said the owners are out of the country and have no comment. Taylor reported the salon to the North Carolina Board of Cosmetic Arts, which is now investigating. A longtime girlfriend of R. Kelly is apparently speaking out on social media, saying she is in fact a victim. 24-year-old Jocelyn Savage has lived with the singer since she was 19. She's been one of his biggest defenders despite mounting allegations of sexual abuse. Her family believes she's been under Kelly's control for years. Now the family's attorney says social media posts appearing to be from Savage support that. An Instagram message posted on an account listed under Jocelyn's name read in part, "There's something I need to reveal, something I should have talked about a long time ago." The page went on to discuss harsh living conditions with the singer. Still to come, the Baylor